All right, so we have something super cool happening right now. Henry from Donut Media, he's gonna be arriving in like a couple of minutes. He's bringing the X90 that he drove all the way from Rhode Island to California. He's left California, he stopped at Matt's Off-Road Recovery, he got some bolt-on rock sliders so that we don't have to deal with cutting them off while we paint it. He's got a body in tow, he's gonna be showing up, and this is gonna be the first time we've ever seen the X90 in person, not in pictures. We've got so much planned for this X90 build and I can't wait to see it.
So we can use it for recovery while it's here.
Yes!
So cute and little.
What do you think? Dude, I love that the rear just sits and bounces.
Dude,
oh, man.
towing this thing up a hill, nightmare.
Dude, oh, come on. It must have been so cool.
I mean,
everybody's slowing down, getting next to you.
This thing's only got 95 horsepower, man. It's,
So this is it. The Suzuki X90 in all its glory. Man, they even use DOM. I can't even wait to work on this thing. It's just so small. Hopefully this has everything we need because they're not easy to come by. All right, so Henry with Donut Media is pulling in the X90 with the trailer attached. We're gonna raise this thing up, check out all the issues. It's supposed to just be getting a rocker panel change and possibly a quarter section. But he brought a donor car, so we're gonna check out the actual X90 and then look at the donor car and see what we need to do to get this thing fixed.
Since it's called the X90, does that mean it's only 90 cc?
Maybe. I honestly don't know much about them.
90 cc is very little motor. Doesn't go very fast, doesn't have much power.
Look how cute. Look at this, like a little train. Just make sure it doesn't hit the pole. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at that. Perfect. Okay, ready? Let's shift it over. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, buddy. Lightweight.
So awesome. Very gently now. She's rare. The Hillbilly's getting the arms all positioned correctly so we can lift this little baby car in the air. We're gonna lift it up and take a look at how much rust this really has. So Henry's brought this up from California for us to do all the rust repair, fix the outside of the body, and then we're gonna paint it a super awesome,
I call it the Sunset Bronco.
Sunset Bronco.
Yeah.
It's gonna look awesome. But before we can do any of that, we've got to figure out the rust issue.
Yeah, so this car is originally from Martha's Vineyard. So I think it was a little beach cruiser over there. So it got all the winter salt and all the sand
And all the
built up in there. But we got the rear frame rewelded, so the frame's in decent shape. You'll see.
The body's not so much.
Body
Okay,
not so much.
well, we're gonna get it up and take a look. It's like a 2,000 pound car on a 16,000 pound lift. Oh man, already seeing that your strut tower's rotted out. I'm already starting to see things that freak me out. Oh, is that a cat cover?
Yeah.
You are definitely from California. That's crazy. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. I've never actually seen a cat protector in my life. All right, well, I like the fact that these are bolt-on. Thank you, Matt. Your front floor brace is gone.
You know, this reminds me a lot of your Toyota, your Land Cruiser.
Oh yeah, and we're trying to get a new
No
body.
floor.
Yeah, we're trying to get a new body for that because it has so much rust. Henry, this isn't looking very good. I wasn't expecting all of this.
You think it's just like some rocker panel fixing, or what do you think?
I don't think rocker panels are gonna fix your problems.
New car will.
We should probably assess the rest of this and maybe push that donor body in here and lift it and see what the floor on that looks like.
You towed it with no nuts on the back of these and they're about to fall out?
Jesus.
You like to live dangerously, sir. You know, that's
So much more sketchy than
so that's the living I like to see.
Oh my God.
Just send it. Nobody needs, you know, you don't always need bolts, but it helps. Look at this. You could probably move, look at that. That much
God.
effort and the bolt's coming out.
And with the amount it was bouncing, like I'm surprised those didn't come out. That was way sketchier than I realized towing this thing.
Seeing that these bolts are only half in makes me even prouder of you.
Well, it made it to its final destination, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, that is actually all that matters. This is in really good shape. So I'm thinking this is gonna get used. Is this a 2-wheel drive or a 4-wheel drive?
4-wheel drive.
Okay, so this, yep, it's just had the front end taken out. That frame is so solid. Yours is much nicer with the cat protector. Oh, see, if it would have had your cat protector, it would still have an exhaust.
And it has a square bar middle cross member that got fabricated too, so
Yes.
it's even stronger.
I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make an executive decision right now. We're gonna body swap. There's not a speck. And when I say there's not a speck, I literally mean there's not a speck of rust on this body. I mean, these inner rockers are absolutely solid. It would be a shame to cut this apart. So one other thing I just noticed, would you be opposed to us putting this axle housing into your X90? Because this is in much, much better shape than yours.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd say that. I mean, it's a little inconvenient that I swapped out the gears right before I left, but we can just do that job again, pretty easy.
Perfect, because this housing, it's still black from factory. So it's got all the coatings on it. Yours, nothing but rust.
This one's already half out anyway, so it'll be easy to pull.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Henry went ahead and removed it for us.
We got one shock to remove and a brake line, it's out.
Yeah, the bolts are already out.
We're good.
Yeah. Well, 2 bolts that are half out makes it only 1 bolt, so
Yeah.
got 1 bolt to pull. All right, so we've taken a look at the other car. Now we've got the donor up here. The donor is now going to identify as the real X90, because we're going to be body swapping and using the other X90 as the donor body and the donor body as the real X90 in order to do the best repair possible. This is just solid, but we do need to lower it down, and I will show Henry why the other X90, why the actual X90 is going to become the donor body.
So what are we just gonna swap the VINs?
So we've got Henry here. He's brought the X90 to us for a complete makeover. He's from Donut. If you guys haven't seen them, go check them out. We're going to be taking this front end apart, but we're going to be doing it the easy way. So it is apart. And that is how you disassemble a Suzuki X90. So now that we've got your X90 completely disassembled, tell us what you've been up to with it. What is this?
Yeah, so this thing started stock on the East Coast. I drove it across country and lifted it, put bigger tires on it, installed a radio. Yeah, just made it a sick little off-roader, and now I'm taking it back the other way. But this time I've been challenged by Jay Leno to bring it back to a car show in my hometown and hopefully have it fully restored and ready for the show in a few weeks.
Oh man. So that's where we've come into play. We're gonna be stripping this down, doing a full custom paint job, doing the frame, putting it all back together so that he can get on the road and go to his next stop.
After this, it's gonna look so amazing. I can't wait for you guys to see the paint job we've got planned for this thing. It's gonna look so sick.
We're gonna get back to work on it and get this thing ready so he can drive it out of here. We're gonna start stripping out all of the stuff out of the engine compartment to where we can lift this body off, because we're doing a body swap. So I'm just kind of looking at how this X90 is put together, and hopefully it's not going to be too hard. Hillbilly is going to start on that side. I'm going to start on this side, and we're just going to start getting stuff out. And I'm just hoping and praying that we don't break bolts.
And I'm just undoing hose clamps to take this intake manifold off, or this intake breather tube off. Whoa.
Well,
We're gonna have to keep this on.
does it have coolant that goes through it?
Yeah, it's all wet, see?
There's coolant in it. So it must have coolant that goes through the intake or something. I'm literally just going to keep working backwards.
Whoa,
Oh, it's just a...
that's kind of nifty.
Splice. That is actually a splice. That is really cool. So this is splice and power to something. So I'm going to undo that one, leave this one connected. That is pretty cool.
I bet the other one's the main power for the car.
No, it is. I've never seen this before, but that's super cool.
Must be just a California thing, because I've never seen it.
Okay. We'll leave this connected out of the way. Pretty much what we're doing is just undoing every single thing that Henry did along his journey. Then we're going to put it all back together.
So we're undoing and redoing.
Yeah. We're undoing and do-doing. That's what we're doing. This is wild. So I just took the battery out and the coolant overflow bottle, and this is so rusted out right here at the strut tower. I think this is worse than the Golden Nugget was. We are up for the challenge. So I've got a junction where there's 2 different wiring harnesses. One that stays with the engine and one that stays with the body. I am dissecting those wires from this bracket. And I'm going to put this bracket over on the ground. All right, this is super simple. It's got a positive and a negative. So I'm just going to put a positive on this side, negative on this side, and I'll unbolt it. So looks like the Suzuki did something nice. They made it simple. Really, really simple. Power distribution block, negative on one side, positive on the other. So by taking that apart, now this whole harness can stay with the engine, and this whole harness can stay with the body. All right, so I've got one more little connection, and my harness is totally disconnected. I mean, it's got to be pulled through the firewall. It'll get pulled through with the dash. When the dash comes off, we'll just totally disconnect this fuse block. I'm gonna take this zip tie so that when I forget about it, this is what connects the starter harness to the wiring harness for the lights. I'm just gonna put it on there so that when I forget about it, I can look back on this video and know where it goes. All right, so all of these wires, they go somewhere. I'm not sure where, but we'll leave that to figuring out on the day that we put this back together. So I've got this whole harness disconnected from the inside of the body. All it's got to do is go into the firewall, and we're ready to take care of business. So there's a few minor things. All right, my evap's undone. So you got 2 brake lines, 2 heater hoses, but that's all there is over here on my side. How's your side coming?
About done.
This is the tube that has coolant, so we'll leave that with the body. We're not sure how to get the steering off, but we'll figure that out in a minute. Brake lines, this is the brake lines, right?
Yeah, my side's already undone. Out of the body. So I was just draining the coolant, got it all drained out. Now I'm going to get ready to pull radiator hoses, or heater hoses. I got 1 clamp removed on the top hose. I'll get the bottom clamp removed and then pull the radiator hoses off. Sometimes the hose is almost corroded to the pipe. I like to take a pair of channel locks and kind of grip the hose and get the hose to spin on the fitting. Once I get these heater hoses off, all that is left on the top side of the motor, or on the top side of the car before we can pull the body off, is brake lines on this front side. Okay, so the top side's all done. We're gonna raise it up and start getting everything unhooked off the bottom side. So I forgot to do one of the most important parts, and that is the e-brake cable. I forgot 2 things. I said we was ready to pull this. I lied. I forgot about a brake line. I'm just trying to get it broke free, and it's not, it's just twisting, dang it. And I forgot the fuel filler neck.
So Hillbilly spent like 2.5 hours, got everything disconnected from the Suzuki X90 so that we can raise the body off of the frame. So we're gonna raise it up, double check everything.
There's always that one wire you don't ever see.
You don't see. That you need another set of eyes to look at. So we're gonna discombobulate the body from the frame.
What does discombobulate mean?
I'm assuming it means remove. So we'll see. Anyway, without further ado, I bring to you the Suzuki X90 going up on the lift to infinity and beyond. This lift takes forever.
1 eternity later.
It's disconnected. He bamboozled me. Hillbilly tried to act like this was still connected, and it's not. Do we have coolant lines undone? Yes. Do we have brake lines undone? Check. Do we have steering column undone? Not check. Do we have catalytic converter saver undone? No, we don't. All right, well, let's get this body off because I think it's ready. So we're gonna start lifting this and make sure that it doesn't fall off the lift.
Nope, it caught it.
Can you fix it?
Okay, try that.
It's so cute. It's like a little go-kart.
It's probably about the right wheelbase for to make a 4-wheel drive buggy.
Yes, very true.
Because that's about the wheelbase of a Volkswagen Bug that people used to build dune buggies out of.
So my side appears pretty good. How's yours?
So far, so good.
Looks like everything's disconnected. Ready?
Yep.
Good?
Yep.
I just want to double, triple, quadruple check.
Everything's still going good on my side.
What was that?
The breather box slipping past a hump.
So we good?
Yep.
All right. Don't worry, we got it. We got it discombobulated from the frame. We can now see the extent of rust on this body. And we by far made the best choice doing a body swap. This car's gonna be a much better car when it's finished, and Henry can go drive this thing across the world and never have to worry. He didn't really worry before because he was making stops, he was getting things fixed along the way, but once this thing is done and he leaves my shop, he should never have an issue. He drove this thing across the country literally and it was no big deal. Yeah, this is awesome. Now we are tasked, we gotta get this down to the bare frame because we're gonna get this frame completely powder coated.
Well, that's easy.
Yeah, but
not today. So we've got a ton of stuff finished. We got a lot of stuff to do. So make sure you come back. But as always, we appreciate you guys. If you enjoyed this video, go check out this one.